guys pulling out that performance tonight?
How proud am I of the performance?
Of the performance.
Yeah, we've clinched a playoff spot. We want to try and stay top two, and this helps that. So, we're the walking wounded at the moment, and if we can limp over the finish line, it's not that big of a deal. If we've got a little bit more time to rest and recover with staying top two. So these games are really important, and that's what we're gunning for.
I guess you mentioned the walking wounded. Can we get an update on Keanu, Sam's issue, and Taj as well during the game?
Yeah, Keanu obviously sustained that eye injury, so he's got an orbital fracture. Now I'm going to stumble my way through this because I'm definitely not a medical expert. And while it can potentially self-heal, one of the things that can irritate it, right, is if he looks up and the muscle gets caught in it. So that's the discomfort that he's feeling. There's bruising, there's surface scratching, there's a laundry list of other things, and the main thing we're worried about right now is Keanu. And so, he'll be booked in for with some more specialists that know more about it than I would, and I'll just try and stumble my way through what they tell me. But he's in good spirits, and that's the main thing. We're keeping in contact with him, and I reckon he's rallying up his Uber Eats tally. But yeah, it's a tough one for him just coming back. Sam's just just a slight tweak, nothing to worry about. Taj, he went back in the game, so there's nothing to worry about.
On DJ, I feel like we don't talk enough about him, even though he's been unreal this season. Should be in the All-NBL conversation. Your thoughts on his performances throughout the year and tonight?
Yeah, he's just been really consistent for us, and it's really cool. Again, and I know I've said this a couple of times where he's done a good job of bailing us out of some bad offense, and there's no way I can take claim for that level where we recruited because Taj right next to me, and I watched him play. Obviously, I watched a lot of the Lakeland Magic season when they won the championship, and saw how they went about it, and thought we could replicate that similar style here. And so far, we're really getting good production out of him on that consistent basis, and we're going to continue to rely on him more moving forward.
Yeah, that was relatively fresh playoff spot clinched. I know you kicked off the chat title, but how's it feel?
To clinch it, yeah, really good. Really good. Just gives us a little bit of validation in the sense of what we're doing, performance-wise, and the off-court stuff with our high-performance team and our recovery and our style of play and the guys we brought in. It's working for us. Even with the bodies that we've had out of the lineup, other individuals have come in and stepped up in their absence, and so it's again, we had 1, 2, 3, 4 guys score a lot of points, and we had 3 guys. I'm looking at the other team. We had 3 guys score a lot of points. But I really went at the bench at half time, and Juk stepped up for us, and Ben stepped up for us, and that's what was really important. So we're going to keep relying on those guys to keep bringing it. So it's working.
Taj, you at 60% and hobbles better than most other guys in the league?
Yeah, man. It was hurting, but these games right now is too important to sit out. I just want to be there for the guys and for Forde and them. I'll deal with my pain later. So yeah, I'm going to be out there with the game whenever I can.
Forde, you guys were running down the floor, playing the style you guys like to play. That was a really high-scoring first half. But we also remember that you guys are, if not arguably, one of the best defensive teams in the league, if not the best. So does defense win championships? Is that going to happen potentially?
Yeah, and that is the rule of thumb, right? Especially in this league, is defensive teams usually do get it done, and they're at the right end of the season. You stay healthy and you defend. Going into the game, I think we'll equal first with Sydney. So, we gave up a lot in that first half to Brisbane. And credit to them because they were rolling. I thought on the offensive end, even though we had our struggles, we had a lot of good looks not go in. But to still have 51 at the half, I thought was impressive. But if you can't defend, you're not going to win, and that's the reality of it.
Just one on Bull, Taj. That guy's a defensive monster himself, but again tonight, just scoring points offensively. What did you think about his performance?
I was actually impressed, and that says a lot because I see him a lot in practice and stuff, and that's been my guy since we've been here. But he's growing so much, and his poise and the next step of his game. He's adding to a lot to his game. We know he could shoot, we know he could defend, but now he's putting together combo moves and driving and facilitating. And in mid-range, we joke a lot, but he has one of the prettiest mid-ranges I've seen in a minute. It just made me proud. He's just an honest, down-to-earth guy and wants nothing but to support the people around him. So for him to get going like this and find his way and keep growing, it makes me happier than most.
And one final home game, Taj, on Monday. You know, are you hoping to make it pack to the rafters, get a sellout here, hopefully?
Yeah, I mean, I trust our fans do that. They've been amazing all year. You hear them on the court so much. It gives you so much energy. It makes you want to play hard and compete. You know, they spend their hard-earned money to come watch us and support us, and so you want to make sure you give them a great game. So hopefully we could pack it out. I think we will, and we could give them something good to watch.
And last one, Coach, like that's going to be magnificent to come from bottom of the table, you in New Zealand, now you two just clinched playoff spots. To see the crowd like this support you guys, and you got one more, potentially more opportunities, of course, but just one more regular season opportunity. Hopefully they can all come down and sell out the crowd on Monday.
Yeah, 4,500 tonight, and before they all left, I wanted to get a quick word in and say, again, thanks for the support, because it was last season the support that we got from the crowd, and I remember, and I've said this before in other presses, I was like, there were times where we were down 20 with 8 minutes to go, and then no one left, and I've been involved with other clubs and other organisations where you can see people happy to leave. And they stuck through to the end, and they still celebrate with the group, and they're still high-fiving everybody. And that was the commitment and the promise that we made. We said it was going to be better. Like we're going to put a better product on the floor. So I feel like we're living up to our end of the bargain, and they're repaying us by, filling it out, being loud, and it was great. And same to New Zealand. When we played them at their joint, that had a real finals atmosphere to it. I really thoroughly enjoyed that game because we won as well, which was great. But, you can see what they've done and see what we've done. And we've gone different ways about it, but, both teams are getting the results.
Over to you, Chris.
Just a couple of quick ones. Taj, you showed a lot of heart to go back out there and continue to play like you did. At this stage, do you think it's just a knock that you'll be able to shake off and play again on Monday, or is there a chance that it might be a bit worse once you cool down?
Nah, I'm gonna be on the court Monday, but we'll see how I feel. I know I'm gonna be hurting tomorrow. Hopefully Forde give us off tomorrow, so I get a little time to rest, stay in the bed a little bit, Forde. But yeah, I'll be on the court Monday for sure, for Dora.
How important is it for you and the playing group to try to lock away second spot and earn a little bit of extra rest and get more time for Keanu to get back and everybody to heal? How important do you feel like that top 2 spot is?
Super important. I mean, anytime you get a chance for a bye, it can't hurt, especially at the end of the season when everybody banged up. You know what I mean? Just to be top 2 is also something, especially coming from where we coming from last year and what we had to go through and what we went through. It means a lot, and it shows a lot of what we've been together since the beginning. A lot of people didn't have us up here. But from the first time where everybody sat down, we kind of looked each other in the eyes and had that chemistry and that want to win and want to sacrifice your own for the better of the team and the community. So second place would be huge, especially going into a season where the playoffs and the finals is going to be as tough as it is. I don't know too many teams that's going to have an easy out in any game. I don't care who you're playing. So you need as much time and rest and as much things to go your way coming into the playoffs as you can.
And 40, just one from me. Tricky game now on Monday. 36ers are fresh, and I guess they've got nothing to lose, but they arrive when you're pretty banged up and you're pretty tired. How do you approach it? Will you have to dive a bit deeper into the bench early, or will you just throw everything at getting the win and keeping things as normal as possible?
Yeah, it's an interesting, because the 2 games we played, we went to their joint, were up 19 and then lost, and then they came here and they found themselves up 18 and lost. And so I guess the approach, right, is it's so far the games we played against them are big momentum swings. And so it's hard to sort of gauge what the plan is, knowing that who knows what type of first quarter, second quarter, third quarter we're going to have. So, we'll fill it out. We'll have a couple of days after that game as we prepare for Perth, over in Perth. But yeah, it's a hard one to call just because two teams that love to, play 5 out, shoot the ball.